Hey y'all, it's Miss A. Hope y'all had a great Thanksgiving break. Welcome back. Hope y'all enjoyed your time with your family, ate lots of food, got some rest. We are back in school. We've only got 3 weeks, and then we are off for 2 weeks for Christmas break, okay? So 3 more weeks of school. Y'all can do this. During this 3 weeks, we are going to be looking at Unit 5. Unit 5 is all about ratios and rates. So we're starting off very basic today, very simple. I think y'all are going to find it extremely easy. And we're going to be writing ratios, okay? So ratios, you might be kind of, oh, what does ratios mean? Ratio is just a fancy word for a fraction, okay? A ratio describes a relationship between two quantities, exactly what a fraction does. You can see here that it says there are 3 ways to write a ratio. We're going to look at those 3 ways. It's actually a fraction, and then with the colon. So let's say my ratio was 1 to 3. That would be the first way I could write it. Then I could write it with the colon, 1 to 3, or I could write it with the word 2 in the middle, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so those are the 3 ways you can write a ratio. But we're always going to start with the fraction because we need to simplify it if we need to. Anyway, let's get started. Make sure you take some notes, follow along. You are going to have some questions to do on your own there at the end, and then check your answers with me. So the first one says the ratio of cats to dogs. So we want to write the ratio of cats to dogs. So we're going to write it as a fraction. Cats was listed first, so that's going to be my numerator, and then dogs is my denominator. And now I just determine how many cats and how many dogs. So there were 3 cats, that is my numerator. There were 2 dogs, and that's my denominator. It is an improper fraction, and this is one of the only times that it's actually okay to have an improper fraction as your answer. Don't change it, leave it exactly the way it is. This fraction cannot be simplified. It's already in simplest form. So my ratio is 3 to 2, but I can also write that as 3 to 2. We read the colon as the word 2. So 3 to 2, or with the word 2 in the middle. So there are my 3 ways I can write a ratio. Very, very simple. All right, the next one says the ratio can be simplified by simplifying the fraction form of the ratio. So here, again, we want to write the ratio of cats to dogs. So I always like to write the ratio as like words as a fraction. Cats was first, and then dogs. And very important that you keep it in the same order. All right, now we're going to find how many cats there were. 3. How many dogs? 4. 2 is 6. And as you can see here, this fraction can be simplified by a common factor of 3, or you could use your multiplication chart to help you simplify, if y'all remember how to do that. So 3 over 6 can be found right here in the 3 column. 3 over 6 reduces all the way down to 1 over 2, or 1/2. So there's my simplified ratio, 1 to 2. So when I write them in the other forms, we need to make sure we write it in this with the simplified numbers. So 1 to 2, 1 to 2. So if you can simplify, make sure you simplify first before writing them the other ways. All right, the next one says write the ratio of cats to total animals. Okay, it doesn't say dogs, it says total animals in 3 different ways. So this time we are going cats to total. My number of cats is 2. My total animals are not the dogs. My total animals are everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So 2 to 8 is my ratio. But I know these are both even, so I know I can simplify it by 2, or I can use my multiplication chart. 2 over 8 is right here. So to simplify it, 2 goes down to 1, and 8 goes down to 4. So 1 to 4. And then now that we have it simplified, I can write it the 2 other ways. 1 to 4 with the colon, or 1 to 4 with the word 2. There we go. Very, very simple. All right, on the back, we have Madison bought 7 bananas. 12 oranges and 4 apples at the store. We want to write the ratio of apples to bananas in 3 ways. So my ratio here is apples to bananas. So my number of apples was listed first, so it goes on top. Apples were 4. Bananas were given to me second. Bananas were 7. That fraction cannot be simplified. There's no common factor, so I'm done. I just need to write it 3 ways. So 4 to 7 is a fraction. 4 to 7 with the colon, there's 2 dots, and then 4 to 7 with the word 2. All right, B says write the ratio of oranges to fruit. So oranges to fruit. The number of oranges was 12, and the fruit is actually everything. It's all 3. Bananas, oranges, and apples are all fruit. So we're going to take 12, 7, and 4, and we're going to add them up to get the total number of fruit. 9 plus 4 makes 13. 1 plus 1 makes 2, so 23. And on this one, got lucky. This one does not need to be simplified. It's already in simplest form. So my ratio is 12 to 23, 12 to 23, and then 12 to 23. And that's it, guys. It's that simple. Don't make it harder than it needs to be. Just make sure when you write your fraction, you write them in the correct order that's given to you. You don't want to flip these. Whatever is given to you first is your numerator. Whatever is given to you second is your denominator. Okay? For this last one, I actually want you to pause the video and do them on your own. If you're watching this video throughout the school day, please, when you get your answers, hop on Zoom and check your answers with me so I know that you got them correct. In case you get them wrong, we can go over those questions together. If you're watching this after school, just pause the video, and then when you're done, unpause it, and I'll have the answers up for you to check. Make sure you got them correct. All right, on this one, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to write them 3 different ways: as a fraction, with a colon, and then with the word 2. Simplify if needed, but be careful. You notice right here it says fish. So fish are all of these. Salmon, trout, and catfish are all fish. So to get these numbers, you have to add everything up. Okay? So do these on your own. Pause the video. Check with me on Zoom to check your answers, or just unpause the video whenever you're done. All right, guys, go ahead and pause it and see how you do. All right, guys, you should have these done by now. Let's go ahead and check and see how you did. So trout to salmon was 7 and then 3. Could not be simplified. 7 to 3, 7 to 3. So that was it for the first one. Salmon to fish. Salmon was 3. Fish was everything. So altogether that was 15. That one could be simplified. You should have gotten 1/5. So 1 to 5, 1 to 5. And then fish to catfish. So that's 15. And then catfish was 5. That could be simplified by 5. So you get 3 over 1. And then that's 3 to 1 and 3 to 1. All right, guys, hopefully you got all those correct. If you did miss any of them, please join me on Zoom so we can go over and correct those mistakes, figure out where you messed up, and get the help you need before you begin your assignment. You do have an IXL skill today to work on. Let me know if y'all have any questions or need help. Y'all have a great day, and I will talk to y'all later. Bye, guys.